evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. So, after a successful Mims landing and a bit of bouncing around and a not so successful probe launch, but that's more delayed than anything, our crew head on back to Kerbin. And end up just passing it, but that doesn't really matter. That's some very loud engine. Okay, right. What does that set our Kerbin? 2 million, that's close enough for me. We can figure that out when we leave Mims's sphere influence, which we shall do now, because Mims's rotation is extreme. I believe it's tidally locked to Kerbin. Might be wrong on that. Now I think about it, I'm not too sure. But I believe it is. And that would mean that we've got to wait half a month for that. No, because a month is based on the moon, sorry. So we'd have to wait half a Mims orbit before that's going to come back into range with the KSC. So it's going to be like over there somewhere, just under half, I think. So I'll be wrong by that. I'm not too sure. Right, let's bring our periapsis down here. 2.1. Bring it down to about 30 or so. There we go. That's fine. And at one point, retrograde against the surface, I believe. And then do the wonderful trick again when we get closer to just slow us down, basically, without using the atmosphere. Burn off all the fuel we've got. Yeah, that just makes sense. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, it looks like we're getting an eclipse going on here. So let's have a look at that. Are we getting an eclipse? Or is that? No, it's gone by. Yes, that's a Kerbin eclipse. But yeah. Okay. So we shall head back down to Kerbin, and I shall see you there. But before we head back to Kerbin, we have a probe to deal with. Yes, the sun has risen over Mimus. There is Kerbin there in the distance, and our pod is on its way down to there. But we've got to get this into a polar orbit, and it is kind of aligned, I think. Yeah, it's pretty much aligned. We just need to head south with it. Okay, so let's see whether the reaction wheels, if I enable them, because I disabled them for the what's the word? Oh dear, I've completely forgotten the word for it. When I was coming out here, it was wobbling, it was oscillating. That's the word I was after. Okay, so we need to spin around a bit, and we need to head south. So that away. So let's fire up our engine nice and gently. And head out to the designated orbit, I suppose. Okay, so I managed to get into the correct orbit, although I don't actually think I was as close to it as I thought I was. The contract seems to have gone happy. And there we are, mission complete. I do wonder whether this can actually get any data up here. So let's start this one and start that one. I'm not sure. That's apparently ideal, and that's apparently ideal. So we will be getting some more data from that. However, let's go and have a look at our other probe first. Because this one's been left scanning the moon for quite a while. And there we go, we're almost 100% complete on that, so we'll transmit that one back. Also, I believe... Oh no, that was the Mims one. Yes, that was what I was thinking of. Wow, the transmission was complete. That was quick. Okay, so that's a little bit more science. It's awesome. We like science. Science is good. So all we need to do is bring our Kerbals home without any fiery death being involved. Okay, so we are coming in towards Kerbin. We're quite a distance out yet, but I want to obviously slow us down. I've been trying to figure out exactly what it is. Is it retrograde orbit, or is it retrograde surface, or is it just fired directly against the planet? I think that's the way to do it. I think firing directly against the planet will leave your periaps pretty much where it is and bring your apoapsis down. So let's give that a try, shall we? Let's have a look here. Our apoapsis is slightly rising, so perhaps we want to this way a little. There we go. Just towards retrograde a bit. Still fine tuning, I think that's what I want to do. Okay, so because I have not been paying attention, and those engines are very powerful, wow, we've come right down and don't have any fuel left and are not in the atmosphere. There are lots of seagulls outside, I'm sorry if you can hear them. Get these Kerbals home now, and that's floating. Oh, hold on, we have some fuel. I turned off emergency supply of fuel. It was a tiny amount, but I turned it off, yes. So, if I can enable crossfeed, yeah, maybe I... Okay. Okay, so apparently I can't transfer the fuel. Why is that? Why... Supply container? Does the heat shield not allow fuel transfer? Oh, that's awkward. Yeah. There's something else that's really awkward. We've been out on this mission for 16 days. We've been travelling around, and I don't have any parachutes on this. There are no parachutes there. No parachutes at all. So maybe it's kind of a good thing that I didn't fall into the atmosphere, because this would not have been able to get home anyway. How did I forget parachutes? What the hell was I thinking there? Okay. That is not a problem though. They have 15 days of food left. So, right. And we do have a docking port, which is good. So, let's build a recovery vessel, I suppose, because, yeah, Phobart and Healthrod, you are going to need to return to Kerbin a bit more gently than expected. You have no data on board as well. I've really managed to mess this up, haven't I? Is the data back on the other probe? Focus. The big one, wasn't it? The larger orbit. Let's have a look see here. Yes! All the data is here. All the sample data, all the information that we can't bring back to Kerbin. Oh dear. Right. You may as well start transmitting what you've got then. Just go for it. And I need to figure out some way. So, okay. So I'll completely mess that up. But first priority is to rescue Phobart and health rod from orbit of Kerbin. And so a rescue plan comes together. This is a very simple probe with a docking port and an engine and lots of parachutes. The idea being obviously that it can just attach to the docking port that's on the top. I'm not sure if anybody has any screwdrivers or wrenches or anything, because I do tell Curve Attachment System to auto put them on there, but I'm not sure if I've got them unlocked yet. If they do, we can take the parachutes off the probe and put it on the main pod, and then that will be better. If not, the pod can just attach to it, and I have to hope that that docking port holds for re-entry. But that's the idea. Let's put it into practice. Okay, and so we've gone up and got, well, we passed the intercept, but it's kind of close. But I was getting warnings about power, so we need to deploy this shell here to reveal the probe. There it is. It's a very, very simple design. Lots of parachutes on it, and I know why I was getting power issues, because there's no battery on it. Yeah, it's only got 10 power from the there. Okay. I did remember a second reaction wheel though, so that's kind of a good thing. Okay, so we need to get up into an orbit close to our lander, but a little bit slower, so that it actually no, a little bit higher, so it can catch up with us. Let's point ourselves around before we end up plummeting back into Kerbin. And the rest of our fuel from the main ship here. It looks as if the main engine's actually not going to return back to Kerbin. That's okay, I suppose. That can just become another bit of debris. It does have loads of parachutes on it, but oh well. Okay, and we can drop that part off. And oh, reset the camera. There we go. This is another one of the new engines, the Kodiak from the Making History expansion. I'm not really sure what it does or how it does it, but it certainly does things. So I need to move my orbit out that way, like so. So I want to be facing that way by the looks of it. Okay, and fire the engine there. Okay, right. So by having a larger orbit, we will be travelling slower, of course. Don't actually cross orbit, so we will have to adjust that ever so slightly when we get further up. In fact, we could probably do it at the ascending node here, seeing as we're very close to it. If I can bring that down to 0 degrees. 1 degree, that's close enough. Okie dokie, right. So, our closest approach will be there, and the target will be there. Then on the next go around, we'll be there, and the target will be there. Fast forward past this one here. I need to make sure I'm reading these properly. There we go. Okay. Right. So, yeah, I think we need to slow down a bit. I think that's the problem. I am trying to cram all these sort of maneuvers in close now whilst the sun is up, because if the sun goes down, we're going to run out of power very, very quickly. So by bringing my orbit, by bringing my orbit down slightly, obviously that means that I will have an encounter Our orbit still being higher than the targets means that we're travelling slower than it, so it will catch up to us. Tone down this engine here. See there, we're going to get separation 96 kilometers. See how close we can get. You point at the target and try that. See if that helps us a little bit more. So we had a 10 kilometer just then. That's good because at 10 kilometers we can then kind of brute force it. We can match the orbits with it and then slowly travel towards it. We do have a lot of fuel, 510 meters in this stage here, and obviously we're using that little tiny engine again here, the spark engine, which is really powerful. But we do need to save some of that fuel for actually putting our ship into Kerbin's atmosphere. It does need to touch the atmosphere to slow down, so hopefully that's good. I'm not sure why that's all broken there, but it is. Okay, so let's warp around to here. In fact, let's just try and line ourselves up a bit better. Let's warp around to there. And try and get ourselves at 0 degrees, which will bring us even closer to our target, hopefully. Minus, isn't it? So I think we want to travel normal. Correct. I think it's normal we travel when it's minus, and then plus when it's. Oh my god, it depends whether it's ascending or descending. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Ah, there we go. 0 degrees. Awesome. That puts us at 7. 6.9. There we go. 6.9. That's even closer. That is awesome. Okay, so we will go round to our target. I'm just trying to get the solar panels lined up with the sun, so we go round to meet our target, and we will see if we can actually get ourselves a decent encounter. Okay, we are up at the closest point, and oh, there we are. Our target is there. We want to burn retrograde to slow ourselves down, I think. Yep, slow ourselves down. Match relative speeds with the target, which should put us on exactly the same orbit as the target, albeit a slightly different one because we're so far away from it. I have left this down on 3%. I might increase it to about 10 actually. Right, so there we go. That should put us on pretty much the same orbit as our pod. We'd be 3 kilometers away down there, but we kind of want to meet these beforehand. This has only been 3.5 hours. So it's not too bad for it, but the quicker I can get to them, the better, really. That's what it kind of boils down to. So, let's see here. It's just a case of really trying to sort of put my node facing towards the target and watch as I get closer to it. Hopefully. Although this one here is saying we're going to go right down there now. But I'm sure there was an encounter somewhere up here. Whoa, whoa, stop. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh dear. We did definitely have a close encounter there, which I could have probably done better with. Whoa, oh stop, oh stop. There we go, look at that. Not sure why it's telling us we have to wait all the way down for Kerbin for the close encounter when the encounter is right here. Okay. Now, shouldn't really use the main engine for maneuvering, but I do have RCS, but very limited supply. So I'm thinking if I can just get very, very close with the main engine, probably not as close as actually crashing into each other, but pretty damn close, then I can maneuver either craft. They both have RCS on them, so that's not a problem. We can maneuver either one, dock in orbit, which I'm sure we had a contract for. Must have done that one already. Yeah, then hopefully everything can be awesome and we don't have to worry about anything going terribly wrong. Hopefully. So, there we go, that's pretty good to me. And stop right there. Okay. Target that. Then point towards it, wherever it may be. Okay. Control from there. Okay. Switch over to that craft there. Target that. Then point towards it. Point that way a little bit. And you can bring your RCS on once we've stopped wiggling and forward a bit. And oh, there we go. That was easy. That was really easy. I am very happy with that. Okay, so let's have a look at their inventories. No, they don't have it. Oh, Health Fraud has 2. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, neither of them are engineers, though, are they? I don't know whether they can take off. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. Not especially considering how much fuel I have in here. I'm surprised I can't transfer that round. That heat shield must cause weirdness. But I have plenty of RCS. I've got plenty of fuel. Everything is pretty good. I'm pretty sure with the amount of fuel and bits and pieces I've got, I can actually bring this down. Oh, that's really wiggly. Alright, I actually need to control from that one. The engine's on this side. Oh, that is really, really wiggly. Okay, so let's put ourselves into the atmosphere. There we go. That's touching the atmosphere. Okie dokie. In fact, let's put ourselves quite deep into the atmosphere, shall we? Put us down to about 50k, I think. Okay. Then we shall do the whole point outwards from the planet. Keeping an eye on that there this time. And turn the engine up. Come on. Okie dokie, right. Then we can decouple this one. Just do everything. A couple everything. Okay, because that works. Because that will burn up in the atmosphere, that will burn up in the atmosphere, and this will enter the atmosphere. As it's happy. These solar panels cannot be withdrawn. They are going to get destroyed on the way down, but that's absolutely fine. Okay, I'm going to point retrograde. And let's descend into Kerbin's atmosphere, and then we will burn off all the fuel from that there. And see if that's enough to just there. In fact, I'm firing now, I think. Burn off all your fuel. I am going to retract these two, so that if we do come out the other side, we've got power as well. Ooh, things are starting to get hot very, very, very quickly, which isn't surprising. Those solar panels will break first, and pretty early. Not all that worried about them. And that's 1, 2. Ooh dear, oh dear. Right, I am actually going to point prograde. If it can go over, please go over. Yes, it can. Awesome. Right. Okay, that means the heat shield is going to take a lot of the oomph. Yeah, we've got loads of time on the heat shield. That's good. And we will lose those solar panels. I'm expecting them to explode any minute now. There we go. One, and that one will go soon as well. Then when we come out the other side, I can fire the engine again to bring our periapsis down again to somewhat deeper, and hopefully all will be good. Nothing will terribly explode, and Hobart and Helfrod can come home empty-handed, granted, but I do have a plan for that as well. Okay, so we've just left the atmosphere again, and miraculously, that solar panel survived. Somehow. It's still attached to the craft. I don't know how that works, but it's still there. So I'm just going to burn through the rest of the fuel. I might also burn through the monoprop. Because that sort of makes sense to me. No acceleration, total 4.5 acceleration. Why are you not firing? Oh, well. Yeah, I'm going to burn through the rest of the fuel. Should I? Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What is going on here? Where are we getting that fuel from? Is it burning from there? Oh, cool. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're burning. Oh, I was going to say, but hang on a minute, we've run out of fuel. What's going on here? How very strange. But yeah, I think my periapsis is actually down a little bit, so I might try and bring that up a little. I can't remember how I'd bring my periapsis up a little. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We've got plenty of heat shield. It'll be absolutely fine. Yeah. Okay. So yes, we'll go around and burn the rest of that fuel off, and for some reason I can't get the actuation toggles to fire on these or using the monoprop, although apparently they are. My monoprop is going down, so I'm guessing we are. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to go around again. I'm very confused by this. I managed to throw myself completely off by screwing that science up. But yeah, we'll go around again and we shall come back down to Kerbin. And that will be in the next episode. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time. And until then, as always, have fun.